Alright, how do I summarize my feelings about this book? Hello fellow book nerds, this is Gabby and today we're going to be reviewing Lore by Alexandra Bracken. If you don't know, I'm doing a series of reviews on my channel actually, always a new review that you guys vote on, so if you want to check out any of that, I'm going to link everything up here. But this is the first book that I did not really feel crazy about. All the other reviews were surprisingly positive and this one's just a bit like, So let's just start with a synopsis. So Lore, we follow our main character Lore. In this world, the Greek gods are real, but many millennia ago they were punished. The punishment was that their godly power can be stripped away from them. So basically every 7 years there's this film called Aegon or Aegon, something like that. Every 7 years the gods become mortal and that gives other people ability to kill them basically, and if you kill a god you get their godly power. So there also grew these families which were all descended from really big Greek heroes, and Lore is a part of one of such families. Her family is the family of Perseus, and unfortunately last Aegon 7 years ago Lore's whole family was murdered and she's the last like descendant basically, and she decided to distance herself from this world, just live on her own in the normal human world. But plot twist, this Aegon, she finds the goddess Athena on her doorstep bleeding to death, and she gets reunited with her childhood friend who she thought was dead, Castor, and it's about them basically trying to kill the new god of war as a punishment for killing Lore's family. So I don't know what didn't really work for me about this book, but I was just so incredibly bored. I did not feel that, you know, that passion, that need to pick up the book. I mean, I was 86% into it and I put it down and just like went to have dinner and chill a bit because I was bored and I didn't want to read it anymore. If I'm at 70%, I'll just read the whole thing, you know, like I'll just finish the book. But this one was such a struggle, and then we were about 95% in. I was like, I could put this down right now and never look at it again. I don't care. I don't know what it was. Maybe some disconnect with characters, maybe some disconnect with plot. We were gonna talk about all those elements. But overall, my feelings are a bit very underwhelmed. I don't know. I've been having a bit of a cold. I've been sick, so maybe I was just not in the mindset to read. But this was a struggle. That's why the video is late, because I finished it late, or I already like forced myself to finish it last night. I would have DNF'd it if it wasn't for this video, and I think I would have DNF'd it like 20% in. But if you know how these work, we have a little bit of structure. So let's just go get on with the structure and let's talk about plot. Okay, so the plot was really packed. Like every moment something had to happen. Like we got like 2 breathing scenes, right? Action, scene. And somehow it was still boring. Like I don't understand how it could be so filled with action that I felt like I could not breathe. And at the same time I was bored out of my mind. I don't know, but it somehow happened. Like it was nothing special. I think it was interesting because it was standalone and I was like praying it was standalone. I'm investing so much. Can you at least not leave me like wanting for answers? So you know, there's that. There's a couple of like reveals, I guess. Like one, the really major one was so anticlimactic. I was like, we were like 98% done with the book. We had 1 chapter left, like everything tied up, and there was this still one like big thing that they would just not talk about. Yeah, and then the guy was just like, oh yeah, that's sorted. I know what now. So plot, really underwhelming. I don't really know what to tell you about it. Like the story was fine, but it was not shocking. I was not invested enough to be shocked with the plot twist and all that. It was just fine. Like it was fine, but nothing special. And I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. The pacing was way too fast. Yeah, no room to breathe. And you know, I need my room to breathe to like get connected with the characters and like become friends and like feel like I care. Like I did not give a flying rat's ass about any of these characters. Yeah, now let's go into writing. It was fine. It was nothing wrong with it. Like literally nothing wrong with it. The prose was fine. It was not flowery by any means, but it was not overly simple. Okay, characters. So we don't really know that much about anyone but Lore. And I say that, but I do feel like I have a really good feeling for all of the characters. Like I know who they are and I know what they're gonna do. But I just somehow not care about them at all, because we only really get to know Lore that well, and the rest are just kind of archetypes, so I know what the archetype's gonna be. And like Lore, she was fine, you know. Normally I don't like aggressive, like let's go into the battle and like fight because we can't think, whatever, characters. It's not usually my jam, but she had so much reason to be angry and aggressive, and it just all made sense. So I was like, yeah, that tracks, that makes complete sense. I understand why she's like this, so I can't really get mad at it. So overall, I was happy with that. I thought it made sense, and all of her actions made sense, all of her attitudes, her anger, and like she made sense. She was perfectly fine. I had no gripes with her because she made sense. So I guess I can handle aggressive characters that just go jump without thinking if they make sense, and she did, and she was alright. But I just didn't really care for her. I don't know, there's something about her that just made me really not care. I feel like I've said literally nothing in this review. I contemplated just literally not making the review. I don't care about anything in this book, so what would I talk about? And I guess we have nothing to talk about. And then themes, I told you this is usually my favorite, my absolute favorite, but yeah, there's the themes. Well, power. The topic of power was pretty well versed in like immortality, what it means, because the gods were like punished. But I feel like we did not get into that enough for me to like really understand. Yeah, a bit disappointed, I'm not gonna lie. This book overall, I think I gave it 2.5 stars, and I would not really recommend it. I don't know, maybe if you're a really huge like Greek myth fan, then yeah, sure. The issue with reviewing this book is like, if I don't like something, I can really rant about it very well, and if I really love something, I can really like pinpoint all the themes and everything that I liked in it. And this one I just felt so meh about. I was really so indifferent to it. I'm not gonna lie, I would not have read this if I did not put it in a video where you guys could vote for it. I don't know why I put it there. I guess it's just because the author is quite famous. She did that. She wrote the Darkest Minds trilogy, and I guess I was just like, yeah, I'm sure people are excited about it, so I'm gonna talk about it in the January releases. I don't regret reading it, I guess, but it was definitely the least favorite book I read this month, because I've been on fire. For me, it's a pass, and I'm kind of sad because it's my first negative review. Oh no. Anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If I sound a bit sick, it's because I am. And if I sound a bit defeated, it's because I am. But I'm hoping I'll feel better soon. I wish you all the best. And what else? If you could like, subscribe, and comment, I would really appreciate it. It really helps me out. We've got to like 620 subscribers, something crazy. So thank you so much for all of your support. Sorry this video is late, but I really did try my best. Yesterday I would have sounded so stuffed you could not even understand what I'm saying, so I think it's fine. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!